Hello, she's Trixie, and I'm Sarah, and this is our Yarn World, a place we come to share the love of yarn crafts and all that it gives us and what we hope it gives you. We're on episode 208. 208! Listen, been a long day, but we're really excited. It's not technically her favorite holiday, but it's like if there was a holiday that was her spirit animal, personified, this holiday is her spirit holiday. It would be my mom's. She loves hearts, everything pink, everything in that sort of tone and range. One of her favorite flowers is also roses, the most common flower for the holiday. And she likes chocolate, and she likes to do fun, cozy things. And so it's like this.
Yes.
So
this is me.
So this holiday, a good holiday. And like I said last week, let's make this holiday fun for everybody. You don't have to be in a romantic relationship to be able to enjoy and celebrate the relationships around you and just be able to show appreciation by just being like, hey, I like you. Here's a piece of candy. Yeah. I'd like to also mention that that's kind of how me and my husband actually started hitting it off, because he had a whole bunch of candies when we were hanging out at church, and he was passing them out to everybody, just saying, and then he gave me the rest of them, and I got the biggest amount.
He must like you.
Mm-hmm. So...
We are going to show you what we have worked on, and we know it's been a while. I did finish a blanket. I am working on another one, but I'm going to show you the one that I finished and the other two things that I made, and then Sarah can show you what she's made. But so this is... Okay. This is double-stranded, 10mm hook, and I believe it's a double crochet. So...
yeah, that's double crochet.
Yeah. I should have looked it up before I did this, but it's been sitting on this table for so long that I figured I'd remember all the details.
You would sight read it.
Yeah. So this is just using up scraps, and... so, I think this section is so pretty. And it's got sparkle in it. I want you to see. I don't know if you can see it, but there's sparkle.
It's like a tinsel being wrapped around the
yeah. And so, I just used what I had and just kind of finished up using balls of yarn that I had in my stash, and I just had fun with it, because that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to have fun doing our crochet and our knitting and our sewing and whatever crafting we like to do, coloring, drawing, writing books, whatever it is that you're doing, have fun doing it. And then I didn't know what to do. Actually, this was at the time when I was very, very sick for a couple of weeks. I was sleeping a lot. I was living in my pajamas, not going anywhere. It was when the bad weather was all the rage. It was, nobody was going anywhere unless they absolutely had to. I was kind of shut into the house. The door to the outside was barely opening because of all the snow we were getting at the time. And so I just lived in my pajamas and went to sleep a lot. I'm not gonna lie. It was
such a good example.
I don't want to say that was good times, but at least I did not have to get out on those roads with my car that likes to fishtail the whole way down the road.
Yeah. Not enough weight in the car.
Well, and on dry roads it's wonderful, but on snowy, icy roads,
it could care less about being a car.
It scares the life out of us. And the kids are just in the back seat having a ball.
They have no concept of what, their life.
Wow, Grandma, or Nana, you just made the car swerve. And I'm like, honey, I'm just Trying to keep us on the road.
I hear this is the thing, and this is probably gonna make you really laugh. My son's about to have a Mario Kart themed birthday, and he probably thought that you were doing card tricks.
Yeah.
That you were just trying to impress him.
Yeah. So, and then, so I didn't know what to do. So I just went into my stash and I found my cotton yarn. And it was funny because I had one that was red and white twisted. And it was like, that looks like candy canes. That would be fun to work with. So, and I need some more dishcloths. So I thought, I'm just going to make some dishcloths out of what I have. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if you can see that.
No,
it's the red and the white together. And it's like I'm doing that, like what I do with my blankets, but it wasn't. It was just one strand of yarn that was just twisted together with the red and white. So I made a couple of dishcloths out of that.
You know.
And it actually kind of goes with the Valentine theme too. It's got red and white and all this sparkle and pretty pinks and all this kind of stuff. It's all kind of Valentine-y too.
I thought you were gonna say red and white and all things nice.
No.
I don't know why. But if you wanted to make it more Christmas themed, suggestion, not have to, just suggestion. Border it with green and then make the little loop so that it can hang.
Yeah.
But like, these are so good. These are such good, quick whips that you can make for practical gifts. They're good stocking stuffers. They're good, just versatile.
Yep. And all I did was I used a 5mm hook and I did a single crochet. Mm-hmm. And I just made it as big as I wanted to. And then when you make your chain, you go across and then you keep going.
Yeah.
And then when you want to make sure that it's square, you hook it up to one corner and you make sure that it lines up on one side and it lines up on the other side.
So it's all even.
Yep, that's all you do. So that's all I did. I just waited until it was square and I called it good. Mm-hmm. So what have you been working on?
Okay, so last week we ended up doing more of a talking vlog video. Otherwise I would have showed you this then. 2 weeks ago I was showing you the project I was actively working on, which is this like pom-pom and a heart garland that I made my mom. And I'm really liking this felt.
Yes.
Okay. So I don't know why I keep thinking it's fleece, and I know it's not the same thing.
No. But
I like this fleece stuff. I like how easy it is to work with. And there's just a part of me that's like, it's very, whenever I think of this stuff, I really feel like it's like a craft material. The same like...
It's a really good one.
And it's a really good one. It's very durable.
Yeah.
And like, just being able to cut the shapes, stuff it with a little stuffing.
Easy to work with.
I can make pom-poms, string them up, and look at that, I have a little garland. And the thing is that like, these are also really good because like, I saw someone using this design. They might have used socks, but they made little shapes. They put white rice in them, and then they warmed them up, and they could put them inside their mittens to make them hand warmers.
Oh yeah.
And they could be repurposed. And they said they always keep them right next to the door, and then they can just run and get them taken care of. And it's just like all these different like versatile things you can do with these. But like, I like the idea of making. I've been exploring the idea in my head of all the things I could be doing more with. In the past, I've made a dragon with it because it's a sturdy enough material and it has enough it's not too stiff where it's hard to like sew, but it is just the right amount of tough to be able to hold shape.
And it doesn't fray.
No. And so it's just one of those things where I really think I'd like to do more with it in the future. And I wanted to make something fun for my mom, and I thought that this was just kind of, I was able to kind of make it color cohesive, really fun, very simple, and she could just hang it any way she wants to, and it's gonna be fun. I was even thinking that if she wanted to be fancy, she could even just make it like a high fashion.
Yeah.
So
there you go.
So yeah, I did that. I have been reading mostly, but there is like one small project I have on the side. It's this pink that was left over, and I've just been knitting it. I don't really know what I'm doing with it, but I've just been knitting it.
Right.
It's the whole have something to do, not knowing what I'm doing.
Right.
So I'll just see what happens. But right now, there's no rhyme or reason.
Well, I was very into watching YouTube videos about granny squares for quite a while I was sick. And I started writing down the pattern and all this kind of stuff because there's so many different kinds you can do. And I'm like, I found one that I thought is a classic granny square, and it was easy to do, but after one, I did not want to do it again. I don't know what that is, but I'm just like,
well, it's the same phenomenon that happens
can't
with
do.
people that they make the one sock.
yes,
And then they don't
want to do
and they don't want to knit the next sock.
exactly. You already know how to do it. Why do it again?
But and the whole point is that you want to make the second one. But when I say, I get it. It's one of those things that I will say, if you just need something busy for your hands, it's a very good project.
It's short, it's
just
quick, it's easy to do. And if you wanted to do that, I mean, a lot of people enjoy it very much. But I did the one, and it was just like, just thinking about doing the second one. I sat there for a couple of days, and I thought, really? I said,
For a couple of days.
I know, and I was like,
love that.
if I'm sitting here this long, not really wanting to do this, and I don't think I'm going to be making a blanket out of the granny squares as much as I thought I wanted to, and I love watching them.
And they're really pretty.
They're really pretty, but I'm just like, the thought of making, I don't know how many of these, I really don't. And I think part of it is I have to keep referring to the pattern. Even if I know how to do it, I still have to refer to the pattern. And I'm just one of those people who, when I'm doing my blankets, I can sit there and watch TV while I'm doing it. I do not have to think about it.
Yep.
I'm just going down the line, doing what I'm doing, and then when I hit the end of the line, turn it around and do it again. I can do that all day long. And I do. Mm-hmm. And that's why the blankets are so prolific. I have piles of them, or I gave piles of them away, or whatever. Because I can make blankets, and I know they're so good for people to have. And it makes me happy. I'm working on one right now, and it's just a single strand. And I'm getting down to where I may have to get some more yarn. With our Joann's closed, I bought a bunch of yarn. Yeah, I bought a bunch of yarn before they went out of business. I've still got some, but when I say that I used to have a stash, and I'm getting down to the point where I don't have colors anymore. I have certain colors, but not other colors. And I went in there looking for green, and I have no green. And I thought, well, I'm just going to have to use what I have, and then I'm going to have to start looking for some more.
I do have quite a bit, and I have them sectioned in totes. So next time you can spare a minute, you can come over and go through them.
Okay. But I'm just to the point where I'm going to have to buy more skeins. Right. And because I make blankets. and it takes yarn. And doing the double-stranded is my favorite, but when you're getting down to the nitty-gritty and you don't have... I do have some yarn right now, but it would use it up so much faster that right now single strands are probably going to have to be it until I get more. Because I just can't afford to run out and then not have any way of getting any more. Mm-hmm. We do have a Hobby Lobby here, but they're so expensive. Yeah. And I would really like to find... I mean, we do have small section in Walmart and a small section in our Meijer stores. And I don't know if if you don't live here in Michigan, you might not even know what Meijer is. I think they're also in Indiana and Ohio. But they're not a nationwide store. So it's just another. It's kind of like a Walmart. It's got the products and the goods in one section, and they also have the grocery section. But other than that, we don't really have anything here. We'd have to go further away and look at Michael's, and I've heard that they're... I don't...
Lackluster.
Yeah. I just don't know what we're going to do to find more yarn. We could go to thrift stores, but then you're picking and choosing out of what is being brought there.
Yeah.
You don't get to have full skeins a whole lot of times. It's just what people are cleaning out closets, and when people die, they bring stuff to the Goodwills and the thrift stores to let other people go through.
We might have to genuinely consider, and I'm sure my husband's gonna love this, some sort of like membership with, or however it works with like Red Heart Yarn or whatever,
or Lion Brand.
Oh, Lion Brand, because you can order their yarn and stuff online.
Right.
It just, with Amazon, it's tricky, so we'd have to go to their website, and even though Amazon's a little bit more convenient time-wise, if we really, especially if we make bigger orders at one time,
yeah,
we would have a lot coming in all at once.
Yeah.
So it would just have to be a decision that we'd have to consider, because they have good deals. Once you hit a certain a point, I do believe you're achieving certain things, like certain coupons are able to be accessed, certain discounts are able to be accessed, shipping's not free because you've hit this mark or whatever.
Okay.
It's
okay.
So that might be an option for us, because they're brands we know how they feel.
Yeah.
And it's just that we can't seem to find something that's reliable enough to be able to access that.
Yeah.
That storehouse nearby anymore.
Yeah. We were so used to just going when we wanted to. So, yeah, I'm just to that point where I'm just going to have to go get some or order some or whatever the case may be. But, well, we're going to give you our quote today, and we discussed it, and we wanted to do this one. Instead of a love one for Valentine's Day, we wanted to lift people up. So this one says, never look down on anybody unless you are helping them up. And that was said by Reverend Jesse Jackson. Never look down on anybody unless you are helping them up. Mm-hmm. I feel very strongly about that one. And I think that, if anything gets spread in these videos that we're doing, we hope that it's kindness. Kindness towards others, kindness towards yourself, and doing things that will help others instead of hinder them.
Well, we started the channel because we realized how the hobby had drastically changed our mental health and our ability to cope with hard things.
Yeah.
It was a safe place to have an outlet, feel productive, and also be able to give.
Yes.
And so it was like this perfect opportunity to share the way that this craft has literally changed our lives. And we have continued to try to offer some level of like reminders as to the impact. It doesn't have to be a yarn craft, any crafting, any sort of hobby that gives you the ability to not only escape but to create, to give, and that it gives back is so impactful, because people that don't have that means of an outlet get drained so fast because they have nothing that's feeding them and that they feel that it can feed others. Something that they feel creates community and creates opportunity and creates inspiration and creativity. We are people that need that to survive. And I believe this world does. I think people have their own versions, like whether it's sports, whether it is different materials, whether it's singing, whether it is, like cooking, it comes in all different forms, shapes, and sizes. And I just hope that whenever you reach yours and the love that it inspires you to not only be able to heal your own wounds from, but be able to soothe others' wounds, that you're able to remember how blessed we truly are to have these opportunities to be able to find community in such interesting ways.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, we might not have a big channel. We recognize that. The point isn't even for it to be huge at this point. We're just here trying to spread some good cheer, spend some time with people that might not have anyone else in their corner right now, and let them know that if it's just something as simple as trying to see what this turned out to be, to just having some scrap yarn and making something nice and warm and cozy, we just like to share it. We want to give to this world. We want to give people a break and opportunity to be able to rest and be able to not feel alone. And, never look down on anybody unless you are helping him up. And it's said by Reverend Jesse Jackson.
And that will be down in the description. And if you like these kind of videos, give us a thumbs up and comment, subscribe, and tell your friends.
And until next week, we recognize that today has been a little bit shorter for us, but it's Valentine's. We hope you have a great, happy Valentine's this weekend.
Happy Valentine's Day, everyone.
Until next time, we hope that you have a great weekend, that it goes better than expected.
Yeah.
We hope that it's productive, that it's full of love and not fighting loneliness and feeling somewhat productive or creative or inspired, and that share it with us, just like my mom said.
Yeah.
Create some sort of conversation in the comments. We'd love to hear it. And next week we'll be back here again. So we hope that you have a great rest of your day and that you stitch your way
to mental health.